Hey guys, I'm back. Time to jump into some more Blaster Master by making our way through the Area 3 dungeon. So you're probably wondering why I haven't uploaded any videos recently. Well, to put it simply, I've been spending my time practicing the boss of this dungeon. The boss of this dungeon, Photophage, is actually one of the more harder bosses for me to defeat in the game. The reason that I have so many problems with Photophage is simply because I haven't really mastered his pattern. So you're probably sitting there going, huh? Well, allow me to explain. Photophage is one of the bosses that teleports, which means if you defeat one of the copies of Photophage, another one will appear at the other end of the room. And this pattern repeats for about 16 times until Photophage is finally defeated. Now, when Photophage teleports, it does one of two things. Yes, I can't get gender right today, but that's okay. It's actually it, not he. Anyway, back on topic. Photophage does one of two things. If it remains stationary, it fires out a series of spread shots. Obviously, in a series of spread shots, you can basically dodge this by standing in the right location. If Photophage moves, if it moves across the room, it will throw out one or two rotating shots. Again, if you're standing in the right location, you can avoid these shots. However, that's not really much of an option for me, because as you notice, my gun is at level 0. This means I actually have to use my grenades in the fight. Now, if you have a gun at level 6 or 7, or not 6 or 7, 7 or 8, it's open season on Photophage. You can basically stand at the other end of the room and snipe it. You can actually do this with a level 2 or 3 gun, but to keep in mind that if you're doing this with a level 2 or 3 gun, your gun is not going to be as powerful as if you had it at a level 7 or 8. Now you're probably wondering, can't you do this with a level 4 or 6 gun? And I say no. Mainly because if your gun is at level 4 or 5 or 6, you'll notice that your projectiles tend to rotate around you, rather than go straight forward. And this is simply because the gun has sacrificed speed for power. Yes, your bullets are more powerful, but your gun is actually considerably slower. And then there's the fact that it's just rotating around you, which means you're not hitting much of anything. So yeah, I'd recommend the grenades, if you have a gun at level 4 to 6. Another thing that happens during the fight with Photophage is the fact that once Photophage's health is low, it'll start moving very rapidly. This means you have little reaction time. And this is where things can go wrong really quickly. You'll see that in the fight. And in the outtakes section. Anyway, here we are. This is the boss gate. Now, if you have to use your grenades, you need to stand to the left of here. This will give you the ability to basically attack the clones. Come on. Cooperate. If you're not fast enough, yeah, that happens. I'm dead. Oh, I'm not! Fabulous! Yay! Oh, that was so close. That was too close for comfort, but I'll take it. Huzzah! Anyway, as you notice, we now have the hover mechanic. Yes, our tank can hover. I'm not sure how a tank can hover, but just go with it. The hover mechanic will give us the ability to reach areas we couldn't normally reach in the tank before. Most notable of which is Area 4, which is located actually in Area 1. Just go with it. Anyway, let's make our way back to Area 1. No, grenade, you're not doing that, and you just relocate for me. No. Yeah, those things still make me nervous. Anyway, here's the demonstration of the hover mechanic. That's pretty neat, but not as good as Wall 1 or Wall 2. But it works. No, you're not gonna hit me. Yeah, much like your power gauge, the hover actually has a gauge as well. You need to keep an eye on that. Anyway, just keep making your way through here. Since we have homing missiles, we can use them. Ah! No, you don't. Scrolling is probably one of the most annoying things in this fight. Ah, I would rather not die, thank you. Not after defeating Photophage, finally. Anyway. Is my homing missiles actually going to work this time, or what? There we go. There we go, yeah. As I said in the earlier videos, homing missiles are probably one of the best sub-weapons you can have. It'll home on all enemies on the screen at the same time. So if there's 3 enemies on the screen, you'll fire off 3 missiles. There we go. Because I would like to have a full... There. I would like to have a full power gauge, thank you very much. Anyway, come up here for a shortcut. This will take us back to the earlier section of Area 3, allowing us to bypass some of the more annoying areas. Yeah, not really much to say here. Just keep making your way back to Area 1. And here we are, we're back at the beginning of Area 3. Yeah, you just go spazzing down on the floor. There we go. There we go. Anyway, we're back at Area 2. With the catchy music. I have to say this is one of my favorite soundtracks of the game. Yeah, we want to go this way if I remember correctly. Yep. Yeah, I don't want to deal with you. Thank you. I have no idea what you are, but you're annoying. Please give me some power. Yay! Oh. I hate you. Yeah, making your way back is probably the hardest part in the game. Okay, I'm not out of homing missiles. I guess I'm just activating it wrong. The reason why it's so difficult to make your way back is because the enemies basically just scroll themselves onto the screen, and you have so little time to react. And it's hard to remember where all the enemies are. Assuming that they cooperate. Anyway, just keep going here, and shouldn't take long to get back to Area 1. Assuming you don't have too many problems with the enemies. Ow. Anyway, we're back here. Face the right way there, Jason. Thank you. Hop back in your tank. Ow. No, just run for your life. Here we are. Yeah, you don't want to get yourself trapped in there. Actually, if you get yourself trapped in that little section without the hover or wall mechanics, you're stuck. So be careful. Anyway, since we're on a different section, we can actually snipe the mines here. Which is actually great. Anyway, proceed with caution in this vertical section. Anyway, since we're back at Area 1, you're probably wondering where Area 4 is located at. And believe it or not, Area 4 is located in where we began. Yeah. Basically, where we began our little journey is where Area 4 is located. If you were paying attention at the beginning of when I began this Let's Play, you'll probably have noticed a protruding platform. Actually, you need to access that platform with hover. You'll see. And no, you may not hit me. Yeah. Thank you. But I need some hover, because I'm actually almost out. If you need to grind for more hover pellets, basically the re-scrolling enemies here that, I guess you can say zoom in, provide you with some hover pellets. Except that it's actually kind of dangerous to do this, because of how fast they spaz. I guess if you're in need of hover, it works. The only downside is they drop it so sparingly. Come on. Hover, please. I want one more so I can reach that platform. There we go. Hey. There we go. So yeah, you basically need to jump and hover to that platform right there. Thankfully the game is nice and gives you hover pellets as you're accessing the corridor here. Just be careful of the enemies that jump down. Now I don't think I actually have enough. Alright, let's just try, though. Oh, I do. Good. Just barely. Yeah, as you see, if you hit an enemy while you're hovering, you basically lose all momentum. Anyway, there's the door. And don't hit that mine. I actually forgot that was there. That was stupid. Anyway, let's access Area 4. Yeah, it's a sewer area. Anyway, I'm going to call it here. In the next part, we shall make our way through Area 4. I hope everybody enjoys this, and I shall see you in the next video.